Peace and black power. Peace and black power. Greetings to all Africans around the globe. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Underground Warrior TV. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please mash up the likes, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you always be in the crosshairs when I drop one of these spectacular videos. I'm back at y'all. I'm black with another one. You know what I'm saying? You know, me as a black man, who always wanted to go to war against the oppressor. As a little kid, I used to watch the slave movies. And I wanted the Africans to always win, attack back the oppressor. You feel what I'm saying? I'll rejoice at the fall of white supremacy. I will rejoice at the fall of white supremacy. You feel what I'm saying? I'll have a party at the fall of white supremacy. I'll glorify that particular day at the fall of white supremacy, because I know white supremacy is 90% of black people's problem up on the planet. 10% of the problems is the problems that we cause among ourselves, the havoc we cause up on ourselves. But there is a system, a caste system, that's against African people. No matter where we at around the globe, people want to keep us suppressed. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the pushback that I'm getting inspired about as I look at the African nations such as Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia. These African nations are standing up against the West, pushing back, speaking their mind. South Africa wants to kick France out. Certain African countries have kicked France out of their country. Africans are waking up. What I want to talk about is the recent military drills that was ran by China for 3 days. From Saturday, Sunday to Monday, they ran drills. China declared its military ready for war. They ready to fight after completing a 3-day large-scale combat exercise near Taiwan, sealing off the island in response to Taiwan's recent visit to the United States. China is serious about Taiwan. This was a warning to Taiwan when China ran this military massive drill in the waters. You feel what I'm saying? Military activity in response after the 3-day exercise by China. The United States and the Philippines was near China in the water with 17,000 troops getting ready for the war Armageddon. United States and the Philippines. Now those agents right there have allowed the United States to use their base, just in case a war jump off between China and the United States. Something is about to happen. Is Black America, us African people, in the diaspora, us of the diaspora, are we ready for what's about to come? Because we on our own. The government never gave a fuck about us. We last on the totem pole. What happens, perhaps, I don't want it to happen, but I put nothing past the behavior of a Neanderthal. I put nothing past the behavior of the Chinese. I put nothing past their diabolical behavior. You feel what I'm saying? Didn't America drop a nuclear bomb on Nagasaki in the 40s? Hiroshima? You feel what I'm saying? So let's say perhaps a scenario that the United States get hit with a nuclear. This is what I don't understand. Joe Biden administration, Camilla want to be black, only black when it's convenient. The chameleon, Camilla Harris, and that administration is so-called Democrats. I call them demon crafty. How come they haven't advised us about the recent military drills and the capability of them going to war? I won't say us, the capability of the United States going to war. This is going to be a nuclear war because it's all about global dominance. Right now, China is becoming the global dominant force in the land. China is taking over. But nobody advising the people of America, but black people, we ain't gonna get it to last. If these fools go nuclear, how come nobody advising us that we need to get aspiratus, some type of aspiratus breathing material, and taking iodine pills to help with the radiation from the nuclear bombs that be let off? See, this thing is about to get serious. See, the white boy, the white man, the Neanderthal got no other choice but to have a temper tantrum right about now. She got to show out. America, this whole ass bitch, she got to show out. The white boys who run America, y'all got to show out because the decline of your dollar is coming. And what's so ironic would raise the antennas on my 9 ether hair is when Emmanuel, the president of France, racist France who oppressed my people around the globe. See, I haven't forgotten what my enemies done to my ancestors, you know. So when I say things about certain nations, I'm not bragging on them. I'm just telling the truth. China is, the dominant government on the globe right now. And she will be dominant. America is on her way out. See, all great nations must fall. Look at the great nations that are African empires, of the ancient times. They all gone. People don't even care about those empires. We can talk about those empires forever and forever. Niggas ain't trying to hear about them empires. They gone. But me, I instill inspiration. I dig deep down and know that black people are, this unique people, the first people to the planet about civilization. So I draw strength from ancient accomplishments. So if you hear me talk about ancient Egypt or ancient Ascom, you know what I'm saying? You know, ancient Mali, you know, I'm talking about the great times. You know what I'm saying? If I talk about the Dongon African people, if I talk about how great they were, you know what I'm saying? I'm drawing strength because I know what black people capable of and what we did. You see what I'm saying? But we got to pay attention. Ain't none of them chumps said nothing about a capable of a nuclear war. We have got no updates. These chumps playing war games in each other's water. So that same, you know what I'm saying, particular place over there in China and, you know, in the Asian Sea, you know, that they fighting over the imports, whatever, you know, part of the land, part of the water they fighting over. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The water is where America got fucking guns pointed at every nation on the motherfucking planet. America's in the wrong. She want her motherfucking fleet boats pointed at China. She got China surrounded. This bitch got a military base in Japan, South Korea. This motherfucker got a military base in the Philippines. I think this bitch got a military base in Vietnam. You feel me? These all Asian people. Everybody talking about black people are sellouts, right? These are all Asian people, and a lot of them sell out to the West because they really want to be white. So, you know, I'm watching them too. Even though China in Africa doing good things in Africa, some Chinese people are doing bad things in Africa. Some Chinese are doing real good business in Africa. Yeah, some Chinese people are doing sleazeball things in Africa. You know, when you come over to Africa, you know what I'm saying, you know, you always gonna have some sleazeballs in the group of these motherfucking Chinese. Don't think all of them got good intentions being in Africa. Some do, some don't. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm glad the Chinese and the Africans are doing, you know, business. You feel me? But anyway, what raised the 9 ether hair on my head is when Emmanuel Macron, that's his name, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, racist France, who oppress my people. Anyway, I'm all over the place, but we getting back to this. We back on track now. France visit China. Now, France is an ally to the American government, to the European Union, the EU. Now, France, though, China and America really ain't on good terms right about now. It's wartime. It ain't no more talking. You feel me? But dude go for like a 6 hours interview. I think he stayed for about 3 days over in China, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was just a 6 hour interview, but I'm reading different accounts. 6 days. I heard it was a 3 day stay. Then I heard it was a 6 hour interview. Whatever. We're going to say this. Emmanuel Macron singing a new tune like he turning his back on America. Yeah. He's saying Europe must resist pressures to become America's followers. He said Europe must resist pressures to become America's followers. Getting caught up in what? Crisis that is not ours. Hold on. Now y'all know this deep, right? What is that dude's name? Marco Rubio. Mark Rubio. He's a politician. He spoke out against this president of France because he said, ain't America Marco? I think it's Mark Rubio. Mark Rubio, he's a conservative. Y'all let me know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, I read what he said. Is Emmanuel Macron speaking for Europe? Because I do think the United States of America is helping Ukraine out. You feel me? And Ukraine and Europe. But anyway, then the president of France go on to say Europe must not depend on the American dollar, reduce its own dependency. You know what I'm saying? And not get dragged into the situation between China and Taiwan. So let me get this straight, France. If you part of the EU and America chose to go to war with China over Taiwan, is France pulling back? Why did France president say not to depend on the USA dollar? You feel me? I think it's named Marco Rubio, but the United States is fired up behind the statement that Emmanuel Macron said. Macron, I think he flipping. I think he about to join BRICS. I told y'all about BRICS. But they ain't told the American people nothing. That it's about to be a war, man. I don't know when it's gonna happen, who America gonna hit, who gonna strike first. But somebody gonna read some intelligence and see where somebody ready to strike, and they ain't gonna have no other choice but to strike. America might strike first because her dollar every day is getting smaller. It's declining down a down spiral. The dollar is losing its might. It was never backed by gold and silver anyway. Muammar Gaddafi ghost is back. And this is why Muammar Gaddafi got killed. Because Muammar Gaddafi wanted to take the world on a gold dinar. Who got the gold? The Africans. The Chinese, the people of color, have more gold than Europe, Great Britain, Canada. You know, Great Britain, the monarchy, that little gold they got, that ain't nothing but a little gold compared to all the gold in Africa, but they got a lot of gold. Nobody talked about Queen Elizabeth and her family, how they stole all that gold out of Africa. They got gold horse carriages with the gold rims. They the first people who had the gold rims. You feel what I'm saying? How they stole that shit out of Africa. Hey, we're going to go to war, man. I don't know. They got bunkers. The rich people got bunkers, and they're going to have the mask, the suit, to protect themselves from the radiation. It's just something to think about, people. These world leaders is playing with our lives. This is the second time, I done seen this kind of activity and something happen after the activity take place. This reminds me when they attacked Muammar Gaddafi in the 80s. This is what I'm talking about. They attacked Muammar Gaddafi in the 80s. I don't know how Farrakhan knew. He came out with a speech. Said he went up on the wheel, speaking to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the conscious. It's some deep conscious meditation. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him that they was going to make war with Muammar Gaddafi. And they dropped bombs on Muammar Gaddafi in the 80s. I remember that. and they killed his daughter. This remind me right now, when I get this eerie feeling, something's going to happen. And that white boy, he got to fight back. That Neanderthal got to fight back. His dollar's losing. It's losing its might. So if it loses might, y'all know what a gallon of gas going to be costing. Woo! But Negroes, we believed in America. Negroes believed in America. So to get together, getting our own shit right. Now look how we might end up overnight. Something in the milk ain't clean. Something about to happen, y'all. I can't say, prepare yourself or get ready, brace yourself. We lost. We don't have nowhere to go because we didn't think for ourselves. Now we caught in the midst of this mad European devilish ass world. We caught in the middle of this shit and may be victims of some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. Because when it comes to these economics, they cut us out. Peace and black power. Share the video, y'all. Mash up the likes. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Peace and black power.